All right, good to get back out on the practice field. The luxury we haven't had the last 2 off seasons to get some extra practices. Our early bowl week practices are focused a lot on younger guys or backups and moving some guys around at times. So it was good to get back out here.
Seemed like a spirited practice today.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. They were in great spirits and great energy. One of probably the best practice we've had since maybe the first day of training camp. So it was great to see.
Can you talk at all about guys that are moving around a little bit? I mean, is that a game type of thing, or is this more of a developmental kind of thing?
Yeah, that's just developmental thing. I mean, just really small things, just for one day, and then we'll go back next practice back to what we would anticipate being for the bowl game.
Any example? I mean, can you give any examples of guys that might have played different spots?
No, I mean, just little things like putting Josh Shaw back at safety, where he was before, just some little tinkers like that.
Matt said a couple days ago the offense focused too much on Marquise Lee instead of Robert or the tight ends. What'd you think of that?
What did I think of that? I didn't see that, so I wasn't there, so I don't know how it was phrased or how it was asked.
Do you think it's true?
No, I don't think that's true. I think basically Marquise Lee had one more catch than Robert Woods did the year before. So when you have players like that, you want to make sure that they're touching the ball.
I know you don't talk about injuries. What can you or will you tell us about the possibility of Matt playing his last game one more time for you guys?
Yeah, we anticipate that Matt will play. We've anticipated that all along, that he would be back, especially with a bowl game at a later date. So we're moving as if he would be. But in the meantime, obviously he's not here right now. And wouldn't be able to if he was here right now. So we divided up the first and second team reps with the other 2 quarterbacks.
What's going to be your recommendation with him in terms of if he's not completely healed in another instance, maybe he plays, but in this case, would you advise him not to? I mean, how are you going to handle that?
Well, it wouldn't matter what game it is. I mean, a game's a game. If he can play, he can play. If he can't, he can't. So it doesn't have to do with which bowl game you're at or anything like that. I'm anticipating him playing, looking forward to him playing, and having a great game.
But I mean, this is a little bit different in that it would be his last game with the draft, all the preparation for the draft coming up. Will any of that stuff enter into it in your mind, or simply if he can play, he's going to play?
Yeah, no, I don't think you can think that way. It's a game that we really want to win. Want to end on a winning note, so if he can play, he can play, just like everybody else.
Noticed Abe is out there with the seniors, but is there the chance that gets the 6th year and gets to come back?
Yeah, Abe will not be coming back with us. There's a potential that he's looking into about potentially going somewhere else, but he won't. This is his last year with us.
How does that rule work? Like, how does he have another year with somebody else, but not with USC?
Yeah, we're not bringing him back. We don't have room.
So that's your choice, not the NCAA?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have to file it, and even with that, if we did have room, he would have to file a waiver to win that.
Did you, you're going to El Paso tomorrow? You suspect you'll get questions about Tony Burnett from people there?
Yeah, I would think so. We'll discuss with Tony immediately. Obviously, we were very disappointed in what Tony said, and Tony immediately took it back and apologized. And so we're very excited about this bowl game and going down there, meeting the people of El Paso, and everything that we've heard is that they do a phenomenal job of welcoming you and taking care of you while you're down there.
Have you spoke to Robert about the NFL?
I have. Until after the bowl game, I'd rather not get into any guys just like the year before, whether they're leaving or whether they're staying.
Seniors often, is that like a tradition?
No, we'd never done it before. Just kind of wanted to let them see what it's like to coach, and plus we didn't have all of our guys here because of recruiting some of our coaches, so it was good to let them kind of run some of the drills and have the day off.
Is it because you've got a smaller senior class too that you thought about doing something?
No, just I never thought about it before. Probably will continue it, and plus we haven't had a bowl game to be able to do it before the last couple of years, so I think it was good for them. I think they probably enjoyed it, probably saw things in a different light, yelling at their buddies, trying to get them going.
Do you look for things for next year, like different rotations or anything like that, maybe in these practices specifically?
Yeah. I don't know what specifically, but when you do have extra time, sometimes you may move a guy around or look at something a little bit different. Like we mentioned, like Josh going back to safety today, and So we'll always try to figure things out early in the earlier practices before we really start game planning.
Does Josh moving back to safety have to do with health getting better at cornerback at all?
No, it's simply about just what we probably would anticipate doing in the spring.
About Tony's comments, did you get